A cult to life. Before the adoration of the gods, cult was the cultivation of the God in the physical realm, the practice of oneness in the multiplicity. Oneness is the integrity with which an individual can live a life. The self is. Personality is becoming. The soul is an integrity. Personality is the sum total of the disintegrity of mankind in an individual's persona. The soul is the seed of eternity. Life, the labyrinth leading towards the spirit. Each human being is a hero and a heroine. My arms and feet love to move. If I could travel every corner of the world and look at the beauty of each one of its regions, my arms and feet would beat like a dog's tail. I stopped smoking the day I realized that I couldn't smoke all the cigarettes in the world and that other people dared to smoke some of them. I was also very tired of running to the store late at night, looking for a cigarette to keep me company. If I smoked, I was busy, and everyone was supposed to be busy. At least I was doing something, and it made me feel alive, like eating, drinking. I didn't know I had a heart until my mother shot herself when I was 8 years old, and spent the next 40 years of my life looking for a mother in every woman I met. Then, the only thing that mattered to me was that I learned to help people avoid committing suicide. Easier said than done. When I was 27, the day after my husband left us, I jumped over the balcony, split my head, and survived. I slid on the floor like a snake, cursing every architect for weeks for not understanding that a wall had to have a handle for broken people like me to be able to stand up. I began researching the things that mattered to me when I was 12, but the more I read, the more I realized that no matter how many books I read, there would be still more books that I would not have read. That no matter how much I traveled, there would still be places I didn't get to. That no matter how much I ate, I would still die, and if I died, I could at least rest. I understood that no matter how many people I loved, and I loved each one of them completely, every relationship failed, and I realized that I did not know how to love, to live, or to die. And my children still needed me, so I joined a cult. This was supposed to be a philosophical Gurdjieff school, not a religious cult. My father hated me when I came home with a scapulary that the teacher gave me, because if we didn't have one when we died, we'd go to hell. So I had to hide it under the carpet. At 8, I wanted to be a nun. My father wanted me to be an anarchist. So religion was forbidden to me until I found Eliad's Dictionary of Symbols. When I was 13, who beat my father. Then I found Wilhelm Reich, who taught me about life within life in matter and culture. And when I couldn't find any more of his books in English or Spanish, I convinced my father to send us to Europe again, found The Biopathy of Cancer, and translated every word of the first 50 pages of his book in French until I could understand the rest. I was 18 years old. I was supposed to be studying journalism, but I couldn't get my eyes out of the books I'd chosen to read, and university took too much time away from me. I was an insatiable intellectual, an insatiable lover, and insatiably explosive. How did you develop instinctively, sexually, emotionally, or intellectually? How did you dance, love, learn? What did you eat? How did you move? Where did you want to go? What were you looking for? Who inspired you? What did you long for? What happened at home? At school? How do you make a living? Did you go to the military? Did you develop spiritually? How did you become what you became? And what consciousness did you develop? What do you care for? What is love and knowledge in your life? What is nature, spirituality, or the nation? Each part of our human structure is connected to one of these questions. We're instinctively connected to nature that conditions every aspect of our body's existence, and with it, our own. We move because we need to survive, and the more land or resources we own, the more powerful we become. Corporations and nations long to own the world that each great power has tried to conquer, but in reality, it's our soul's longing to integrate with each other in our everyday lives. The full understanding of capitalism is based on a human individual's need to survive at the cost of its communities. The full understanding of communism is based on a community's need at the cost of its individuals. We're probably at the midpoint